Hello everyone. Welcome to Peculiar Heritage Foundation. This is a not-for-profit organization saddled with the responsibility of raising highly effective and accountable leaders who go about to change their social, economic, and environmental climate of their nation and their world. So, this summer holiday, we have organized a youth summer program which we titled a 4-Saturday Youth Program for youths within the ages of 13 to 16.
Hello everybody.
Hello sir.
Good afternoon. My name is Akangbe Oloruntofunmi. So, I'm an aspiring clinical psychologist. What I deal with is, I deal with people with mental health issues. People with mental health issues and who are facing particular medical disorders in their brain. Anything that just has to do with brain. And you putting the person's thinking back in place. You know, as human beings, everybody here is seated and are thinking normally, right?
Yes.
You can think rationally. If you want to stand up, you can stand up. If you want to sit down, you can sit down. But as a clinical psychologist, what I do for people is those who cannot think properly, I help them to bring their... I won't be the one that will do the surgery on them. You know, that's not my job. My own job is after they've done the surgery or they've used the drugs they're supposed to use, I will now help them to be able to put their mind better. We are the doctors of the mind. Clinical psychologists are doctors of the mind. No, your mind is part of you too, right? What you are thinking. Because you thought of standing up before you stood up. So we help you guys to, we help human beings to think. And then I'm also a tailor. Thank you very much. I am a singer. Thank you very much. And this morning, as Auntie said, I'm going to be talking to you about being a better worshiper, being a better singer. And I have one rule in that session. Please, everybody should contribute. That's my rule. Everybody must contribute. You must say something. You must talk. Before then, and everybody introduce themselves. You should just tell me your first names. Don't. Destiny. Nice. Demilade. Nice. Eunice. Nice. Funny enough, I've never heard anyone mention your first time of hearing it. So Destiny, Demilade, Eunice.
My name is
Pelumi. Destiny, Demilade, Eunice, Pelumi. Good. Chiamaka. So this is the first time I'm hearing your name. Nice.
Demilola.
This is not the first time I'm hearing your name. Okay, Demilola.
Yes.
Okay, the one that I'm always having with you is
Demilola
or Demilade, Demilola. Okay, so Demilola, Chiamaka, Pelumi, Eunice, Demilade, Destiny. Eniola. Teniola. Oh wow. Teniola. I actually always call you Teniola. Okay. Demidu. Your name is a beautiful name. Speak out now.
My name is Sweet.
Demidu. How is sweetheart? Demidu. Okay, that's good. Faith. Okay, that's very nice. So Faith, Destiny, Demidu, Demilade, Teniola, Demilola, Chiamaka, Pelumi, Eunice. I got it right.
Yes.
Is that a round of applause? Is that a round of applause? Okay, so let me start by asking you, what is music? What's music to you? When you hear the word music? Let's imagine you're giving birth now, and your child hears the word music for the first time. What will you tell your child is music means? Or your younger sibling comes to ask you, maybe your mom just whisper to the child now, and then the child is like, the child starts to talk, and then the child hears the word music, the child music. Auntie Pelumi, what is music? Tell me help out.
Music, they give me the in a way the body moves.
Okay. That's good. Music is a sound that is structured to make meaning. make meaning and convey a message. Music is a sound that is structured to make meaning and convey a message. Everybody sees music as singing, right?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
Now, music is not only singing. It's not only drumming. Drumming is part of music. Thank you very much for helping us out. Drumming is part of music. Playing instruments is part of music. Okay, that's why I said it's a structured sound, right? That makes meaning. It's a sound structured to make meaning, right? Is that what I said?
Yes.
Now, let's imagine somebody comes inside here and starts to play a saxophone. The person starts to play a saxophone and everybody is enjoying the tunes, everybody is enjoying. What's that? Right? That's music, thank you. Why are you also scared to talk? Stop now. That's music. Now, let's now compare it to, imagine I come inside this place and I start hitting this board. I just start hitting the board. What will you do at that point?
Check your temperature. Shit.
Check my You check my temperature. Yeah, that's what I would do also. I would wonder, are you okay? Being that I also work with a lot of mental patients. But at this point in time, I don't even, I'm not even surprised when I'm around them. Anything they do, they are free to do it. But to a normal person just comes and hits wood like that, and the person is just doing that and doing that. Are you okay? Now that is noise. I need you to differentiate between music and noise. Noise is not structured. Noise is one, not structured, and noise does not make any meaning. Noise is not structured. Noise does not make any meaning. So sometimes when you listen to some, in quotes, music around, when you listen to some songs, I've listened to some songs and everybody's dancing and I'm wondering, okay, is this supposed to be music also?
Oh,
because it is not making meaning, it is not structured. It is not. I've had a song before, I'm not going to mention the song. I've had a song before whereby once everybody hears that song, everybody goes crazy. You go haywire. You're wondering, how is everybody enjoying this? Music is supposed to be pleasurable to the ears. But most times, even nowadays, the music in quotes that we hear, the music in quotes that we listen to, is making noise. A lot of it is making noise. You hear people, especially women, it's not only in the secular world, it's not even in the church. You hear people singing some songs in the church and you're wondering, how is this supposed to make sense? How is this supposed to convey any message? I'm trying to think of a song in Christian world that does not, there was one I heard one time recently. Funny enough, I did not remember to memorize the song because I do that. I try to listen to the song and then try to help the singer to make meaning of the song. I do that a lot, even with secular songs. I will hear a song and I wonder, what is the meaning that you're trying to bring into this song? What message are you trying to pass across? And I'm wondering, there's no message. I will help you to at least find the good in you so that I will not totally hate you or not totally put you off. I do that a lot. So when you listen to songs and the person is just ranting, rambling out, and you're wondering, what's the message in this? Because music is supposed to pass a message. Music is supposed to, it's not just supposed to be a sound. It's supposed to pass meaning. How many of you know that even classical music or orchestra, how many of you know orchestra? It's a combination of different musical instruments to make one sound as a band without voice. Without voices, that is orchestra. Orchestra basically music of just instrumentals. No singing. No singing in orchestra. Although now they started bringing singing into orchestra, but then originally orchestra does not lead music. They don't sing for orchestra. If you're already singing in orchestra, so it might be tending towards classical. It might be tending towards classical, or yes. So what was I saying? Classical music itself is structured and it's passing a message. I can listen to the classical music. I've heard some classical music that I actually started crying by just listening to them. By just listening to the tune they were playing. Because the tune one way or the other is making meaning. When you hear classical music, maybe this is shout, but whenever I hear classical music, I understand the meaning they are trying to put to it. How? Your rhythm, your tempo, your notes, your choice of notes, and a lot of things always make sense. And I will know this person was sad when he was composing this song. This person was happy when the person was composing this song. This person was angry. You know it's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible when you are. I'm trying to look for a particular. Many people listen to hymns. That's the funny thing. This generation, we don't listen to hymns. There are some hymns that you hear that even just the tune or by what the person is saying, you already know that when this person was composing it, this person was angry. And there are some you will hear, you will say this person was frustrated. That is the power of music. You can even know people's emotions just by music. You can know the way things are supposed to go just by music. Now, this song, when peace like a river, I take my way, and silence is billows run. Continue it, everybody, yeah. From the beginning, 1, 2, go. When peace like a river, continue. Sit down. Only you. Sit down. So all of you now know it. If this was it was too high, I said sing something. I don't think it's the same key. Aside how, nobody else knows it.
Yeah.
Eh?
I know the ending. It is well.
Sing the chorus. 1, 2, go. It is well.
It is well.
Hey, Jesus.
With my soul. It is well. It is well. With my soul.
Yeah, for yourself. I'm not looking for the best voices. No, sit down. I will talk about that. I'm not looking for the best voices. I'm just trying to let you understand something. Now, as that song is, if you've heard the way the composer sang it, or if somebody plays the same way the composer plays it, you will understand that the composer sang, but the composer made that song, or structured that song in a very sad manner. Why? Because when he composed that song, he just lost his wife, just lost his children, and I think he just lost his house. 3 of them almost on the same day. Now, at that kind of point, when we cry now, you'll be sad. That was when that song, It Is Well, came to be. And you will see it in the way every one of the music is going. The way the words also are playing, you will know that this person was sad. And there's another song, praise to the Lord the Almighty, the King of Kings. You will know that that one is like he just won lottery when he was singing now, because he was so joyful. Even the musical instruments were so at a point. When I had the classical harmony for the first time, when I had the classical combination for the first time with the orchestra, I was wondering, was this person jumping up and down or doing something? Because the way it was structured, it's lively. It's that's what music does. Music passes message. Music is structured. Music is a sound that also helps to calm your body. It helps to calm you down. Sometimes, okay, Eunice, tell me, what song calms you down? When you are angry, what song do you listen to? It can be Burna Boy, it can be it can be Burna Boy, Cobams, Mesichiro, who else? I think I don't know all of them. Ashake, it can be Joe Boy, it can be, I just can't remember all of them off the top of my head. So mention, you don't listen to music at all. Okay, who are the singers you listen to? You may say I like. Tenyola, yeah. What song calms you down? Sorry. Jamaican songs. Okay, I'm not so familiar with Jamaican songs. Yeah, but I know he's a very good singer. Today that he just sang, he said everybody has tried to calm around something. Today. Okay, any other singer besides Jamaican? Okay, so let me mention the singers I listen to. I listen to Akangbe Oloruntofunmi. I listen to, when you know Cobams, if I start continuing my you know Cobams, nobody else here knows Cobams. Let us have a world of ordinary people, living life the way. So you know the song, but you know the song. Okay, let me sing another one that he sang. Yes, another thing you guys should notice is whoever you listen to is who will shape your thinking. Whoever you listen to will shape your thinking. Okay, Faith, tell me what you listen to. The singers you listen to. It can be Talk by Latina.
I used to listen to her.
You listen to Talk by Latina.
She's my G.
Oh.
Is it Christian song? Is it Christian singer?
Yes, Talk by Latina. No.
You don't listen to any song?
I used to listen to her song. I like her song.
Okay, let's tell me. Which songs you listen to? What do you listen to?
Also,
Justin
like
Bieber.
I died here.
yes, Ada is good. I like her.
Okay, so everybody. So now, has anybody noticed something about every one of these singers you mentioned? Secular or gospel? Has anybody noticed something about them?
They have a particular pattern.
Talk, yes.
They have a particular pattern of the way their song go.
Of the way their song goes. Thank you, God bless you. Who else has another thing? That's one. Every singer has their own pattern. So you as a singer, you should have your own pattern. You as a singer, you're supposed to do what is comfortable for you. You're supposed to do what makes meaning to you. Right? Me, for example, if I do any song, there was a song we sang in GT once. It was my own composed song. Now, the way I structured that song, I structure my own songs in a way that you won't be able to know, you won't be able to predict what is coming next. You won't be able to predict what I'm going to say next. That is one. Two, I also compose my songs in such a way that the tune would follow the lyrics of what I am trying to, the message I'm trying to pass across. So if I'm trying to pass a message that is sad, my tunes will be sad. If I'm trying to pass a message that we should get up and fight, we should be angry, I want to make you angry, my tunes would make you angry. I won't play nonsense tunes, so don't get me wrong. For my tunes, the way I'll structure my tunes, I'll structure it in such a way that you yourself, you will feel angry. You know you can do that. So as a singer, that's one of the things you have to know how to do. Structure, as a singer, you have to know how to make your own self unique. Do what is unique to you. That is one. Two, as a singer, you have to take care of your voice. To sing how will I put it now? You can't come now and say you want to know how to sing exactly the way I sing. No. Find what works for you. Find out what is comfortable for you. I also have a friend. You should know Anne.
Yes,
Anne. For Anne does not take soft drinks. As I'm taking Coke, like this, Anne cannot take soft drink. If not, her voice will break for the next moment. That's her own. Different people have what works for them. You can find out what works for you. And one thing you should also know is, as a singer, it's not immediate. It takes a process of time. Mine, I'm still finding out some things that work for me and some things that don't work for me. For me now, I can't take groundnuts. I just realized recently that I can't take groundnuts whenever I know that I'm going to sing. If I know that I'm going to sing today, I can't take groundnuts from the morning. If I take groundnuts, maybe it was yesterday that I took groundnuts. I can't take groundnuts at all. Different things, different people, different situations. And also one way to care for your voice that I also forgot about. You know, I said, know your voice texture, take care of your voice, right? Have I said take care of your voice? I've said take care of your voice. One thing you should also do about taking care of your voice is avoid cold. Avoid the cold situations. In what way? In our church, for example, in my own church, there is this here with me. There is this here fun. You will freeze. You will freeze. But one of the reasons why we wear tie and scarf almost every time is to keep us warm. Do you understand? It's actually to keep us warm, to keep our voices warm. Because that AC,
actually, it's always much.
It's always much.
If you are so close to it,
you know, we have like
your own
professors.
Yeah.
So we can't avoid that cold. And we are in front again. All the ACs are blowing from the front, or most of them are blowing from the front to the whole congregation. And we are the best set of that AC we meet. Avoid cold. If you know that you are going to a cold region, you can wear turtleneck like she's wearing. You can wear a shirt and then put a muffler on your neck. You can try to take, even though I know this doesn't work for everybody, try to take mildly hot water or hot water. Mildly hot water or hot water to help you and preserve your voice if you know that you are going into a cold place. I have a friend that went for a singing competition just this year. I laughed at him. It was a gospel singing competition, and anybody who wins would win, is it 5 million? They've not finished it, they're still doing it. I was invited to, but no thanks very much. I don't want to. For certain reasons, you know what I mean? Who's here to the public. For certain reasons. Now, this guy did very badly in the auditions, for the auditions. When he sings, I know him, his voice is always amazing. But what did he do? This particular day, you are inside a place that is choked up with AC. It's like entering, where is a cold place in Ibadan? Where they bombard troops. I say in Ibadan, I don't say in Nigeria. A cold place in Ibadan where there is plenty AC.
ICC. Is there plenty AC?
ICC is not so. I sweat inside ICC a lot of times. Whenever I enter ICC, I sweat a lot. Who can mention?
Bank. So she said bank.
Bank! Now, multiply the AC inside bank times about 5. Times 5. Are you getting the picture of what I'm trying to paint? You know how cold that place will be. Now, this guy drank, he bought Biggie outside, block, iced Biggie outside, and went inside. Now, cold water does not affect him. You know this. Cold water does not affect him. And then he also forgot sweater / muffler. And he wore a very light shirt. He did not wear singlet.
Mistake.
When I heard this guy sing, I was shocked. Because I know it to be a very, very good singer. I just sit there. And that's the rubbish I do. Really. It can actually affect your voice, but most singers don't know that. Most singers don't know that. Because of time, let me go to a particular topic that most singers, now this one concerns everybody. If you like, you don't want to be a singer, if you like, you want to be a singer, this one affects you, especially as a Christian. Two things. One, as a Christian, you should learn to worship. You know, worship is different from just regular singing. By the way, a lot of you think that worship is just singing, right? Praise and worship. Worship is the slow part, right? The part that is very slow. That's not worship. It's not the slow part. Worship is a lifestyle. It's an act. It doesn't just end by just singing. It doesn't just end by just singing. It ends by it goes into your lifestyle. It goes into what you do. It goes into what you say. It goes into how you act. So you see somebody annoyed me this morning, and Okada man annoyed me this morning. From Bodija here, Awolowo Church. Okay, I said Ojuri. I actually told you Ojuri. I did not say which Ojuri.
Oh.
So he thought I was saying Ojuri Songo. Now, he said 150. He wanted to turn to that side. I said no, Bodija. When we got to Bodija, this man collected 200 naira after saying 150. I was very, very angry. Normal thing that I was supposed to do is shout at him, everything. I walked away from it. Now, at that situation, aside emotional intelligence, one thing I know is if I had stayed there, by reason of my job and anger management, if I had stayed there, I might have done something wrong to him or said something wrong to him, so I had to walk. I was fuming, I was angry, but later I now thought to myself while I was inquiring, and I said, actually that actually helped me in the long run, aside anger. It helps me in the long run because I would have shouted, I would have done everything. My voice, by that virtue, has gone. By that virtue, has gone. But I ended up doing the right thing. Worshiping is also doing the right thing. When you worship, you also do the right thing in your lifestyle. When you worship in your lifestyle, you do the right thing. So I'm worshiping, and let me also give you this story. Nathaniel Bassey said it one time. He said he was trying to pray in tongues. He was going for administration and he was trying to speak in tongues. How many of you have been to Lagos before? Okay, you've been to Lagos. How many of you have entered a private vehicle in Lagos before? Private vehicle. Okay. Even if you entered commercial vehicle. Now you see the way they drive in Lagos. Like everybody's almost hitting each other. Now Nathaniel Bassey was on the road and he was playing in tongues and somebody came and I think came into his front all of a sudden from nowhere. Nathaniel Bassey now tried to overtake him and he was speaking in tongues. Imagine speaking in tongues and then you are doing, it's very funny to dramatize. Okay, you are driving another version and then the reversion that was the way he said that he did. He said when he wanted to go upstage, when he got to where he was supposed to minister, and then he said, half a minister. What's that? As I said, worshiping is not just about singing, it's not just your lifestyle matters. Your lifestyle matters. The way you do things as a worshiper matters. People will definitely annoy you. People will do things that will piss you off. But the way you manage it does not mean that if you are angry, don't express your anger. but express it in the right manner. Express it I'm not saying that you start bottling up your anger when people do things for you. You say that because I'm a worshiper, I'm not supposed to say anything. I'm not supposed to that's not what I'm saying. If not, you can't bottle up your anger and you can't explode one day. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, as a worshiper, express your anger or let your anger be known, but don't be aggressive. That is the point. Don't be aggressive as a worshiper. Now, also as a worshiper, live an exemplary lifestyle. Live an exemplary lifestyle. Also as a worshiper, worship God in spirit and in truth. I've said two things. One, live an exemplary lifestyle. Two, worship God in spirit and in truth as a worshiper. What do I mean by worship God in spirit and in truth? Anybody? Quickly. Who understands that? Anybody wants to tell me? Nobody wants to tell me. Now, when we are worshiping, what do you use to worship most times? Okay, let me bring it to church. When you are worshiping in church, what do you use to worship? What do you use to worship?
Do you mean in songs or what?
Yeah, the songs. What do you
like
basically answer the question? Songs. Now, I've heard a lot of people say, if I don't know the song, I cannot worship. Erase that mindset. Erase that from your mindset. As a worshiper, any song you hear, you are supposed to allow it to make meaning and direct it as a form of communication to God. It has happened to me a lot of times. I will hear a song for the first time. The first time I won't sing, I will try to listen to what you are saying. Every word you are speaking. That's another thing about me. I'm big on lyrics. I am very, very big on lyrics. I look beyond the tune. I am big on lyrics. So when I hear a song for the first time, or I'm worshiping and then you bring a song that is new for the first time, I stop. For the first time that you sing it, I will listen. What is this person saying? Once I get what you are saying, I will now direct the meaning of that to God. So imagine somebody comes now and is singing a song, Lord, okay, let me put it this way. I work with a gospel artist. She knows the gospel artist I'm talking about. Now I'm working with you. It has happened before that on stage they sang a new song. That he did not rehearse with us. Sorry, they did not rehearse it with us. It has happened a lot of times. They will not rehearse it with us, and then we stopped. Or me personally, I stopped, listened to what the person was saying, made the meaning out of it. At that point, I had already started worshiping before I even learned the lyrics of the song. Before everybody was even trying to say, what is the guy saying? What is he trying to pass across? I tried to listen, make meaning of what he's trying to say. Already started directing that meaning to God in my mind. I was already directing that meaning to God. Before I now even decided that, okay, sir, what are the exact words you are using, sir? Okay, this is the exact word you are using. Thank you very much. And then we try to worship. Try to make that a lifestyle. Don't say because I don't know the song, you now start. A lot of us do that. Then we start to. I've even seen a situation where people are dancing so much, and then because the person sang a song they don't know. That's not my own. My own is I may not know the song, but I'm listening to what you are trying to say, and I'm directing that to God. I'm directing it to God, and I'm trying to tell him that God, you are so beautiful. God, you are so wonderful. God, you are so this. God, you are so that. Because it's not possible for anybody in the church to come and sing a song that is not an honor to God, even though some of them don't honor to God. But then it's not possible for a Christian, a proper Christian, to come and sing a song that would not honor God. Am I right?
Yes.
It's not possible. Now, imagine me, so we are worshiping now, and I start singing, oh God, you are here, oh God, oh God, you are here, oh God, Eledumare ga, oh God, Eledumare ga, oh God, now, That's one of the songs. Is my boss that sang that song, and he sang that song when we went to Victory International Chapel. He sang that song on speed, and me, I was still when everybody was dancing and everything, and then he just started singing the song that nobody has. He composed it on the stage. That's another thing about it happens. That's another thing about a worshiper. You can compose songs even on the stage, even in your room when you are worshiping God. You can start to. I've done that one plenty times. Songs that I do not know from anywhere. Songs that I do not know from, and I don't have any musical instruments in my room, so I can't play any musical instrument. But then I'm worshiping, and then I start to sing a new song, and I continue to repeat that song. Why am I saying all of this? When you create that habit whereby you can hear a new song and use it to worship God, it won't be hard for you yourself to worship God in your closet. Because it's not by the song that they are singing and used to worship God. You are worshiping God based on the meaning that you are trying, or what the message you are trying to portray or to convey to God. You won't just start waiting for somebody to sing a song now before everybody can start worshiping. It means you can immediately somebody starts to say, let's worship the name of the Lord. You are already communicating with God. You are already singing a song to Him. It's not until somebody now saying ba 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 before everybody will now know that it's time for us to worship God. Worship is not just by the singing, as I said the other time. It's not just by the singing. It's by your lifestyle. It's by your mindset. It's by everything about you. Okay, you must learn to worship. 2, you must, as a true worshiper, you must learn to pray. You must learn to pray. You must learn to pray. Let me ask every one of you. Yeah, Destiny. How many times you pray? Once, twice, in the morning and in the night. When you wake up and when you want to sleep. That's family prayer, have you? You want to write the test now. Teacher just says, stay sheet of paper. Start praying. Go there. Right? Is that what you're talking about? Okay, that's one. Every once in a day. On your own, not your family prayer. It's your own. Once in a day. You do it once in a day. When? In the morning. Oh, quiet time. Okay, good. Anytime. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Denise, are you sure? Anytime of the day. Like when? You can just sit down and pray. Once. Without your family time. So that's your own quiet time. Okay. 2 times. Besides your family worship. 2 times. When and when?
Morning and night.
Morning and night. Morning, personal devotion. Morning quiet time. Night, we don't have that quiet time before we sleep. Huh?
Just normal prayer.
Personal. Okay, that's it.
I pray anytime, actually.
Anytime.
Yeah. When I feel like if there is need, or if I just feel like, there are some times that I just pray. Like, or do you mean like you sit down to pray? Because when I say pray, anytime.
Pray. Prayer is not until you sit down and to get down. That's not prayer. Anytime. How about you?
Anytime, but I always pray if I'm alone, like maybe because no one cannot be alone at every time. So maybe I'm the only one in class at that time, or I'm the only one at home at that time in class when I pray. So let's just say like night.
Okay. Tomato. Once, aside your family prayer time, do quiet time too. Okay, that's good. And the faith. At all. Huh? Only family devotion. Okay, so as a worshiper, know this from today. As a worshiper, aside your quiet time, aside your, every Christian is supposed to be a worshiper. Do you know that? Every Christian, as a child of God, you're supposed to be worshiping. So aside your quiet time, learn to pray. Sometimes I'm walking on the road and I'm praying. Sometimes my prayer is funny like that. I can be praying. You will just see my mouth moving and I'm walking on the road. And I'm actually praying. It has happened before in school that people are actually looking at me. In VTT, people are actually looking at me like, this guy will play. I was walking and I was praying. And funny enough, I was walking, I plugged my ears and I was actually praying. Nothing was actually playing from the earpiece because I had paused it. I remembered something or a particular issue and I was something that was bothering me and I was praying from the road, I was praying on the and I was worshiping and praying, I was worshiping and praying. What am I trying to say? Keep your communication with God intact. That's why I said pray as much as possible. That's what I mean by pray as much as possible. Keep your communication with God intact. Always communicate with God. Because if you think it's just by voice, no, it's not just by voice. It's not just by voice. What do I mean by it's not just by voice? Imagine somebody like Whitney Houston. Imagine someone like late Whitney Houston. She's dead now. How many of you know Whitney Houston? I look to you.
I don't know their name.
His eyes on the sparrow, and I know he watches me. Which other song? And I will always love you. Whitney Houston. Now that was when Whitney Houston went into the world, and she sang that particular song. But then, Whitney Houston, imagine somebody like Whitney Houston, if she was, how would I put it now? She started as a Christian, went into the world, and she wanted to come back into Christianity when she died. But now, most of her songs that impacted the world were more of the secular songs than the gospel songs. Now imagine she had kept her communication with God intact, she had kept her worship life intact. Do you know the amount of influence she would have done in the world? Whitney Houston is somebody that even till present day, till today, quote me anywhere, till today, nobody has been able to reach the way she was able to sing. Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you understand? No, you don't. Okay, let me explain to you. Whitney Houston's voice range, vocal range, how high she can sing, how well she can sing, let me put it, how well she can sing. Nobody has been able to get there. Mention any singer in this world. Nobody has tried to get to her. Even me as a guy, with how much I sing, sometimes I listen to her song and I'm like, I didn't think I know anybody that can sing this kind of song. Because her vocal range is so good. 2, she knows how to sustain her voice for a long time. No singer has been able to beat her, and she does it conveniently. Whatever she's doing now, she does it conveniently. Now, imagine somebody like that being in the church and being able to do such kind of things. I mean, when people used to go and watch her show there, people will be crying. People will be, she's singing secular song and people are crying. Let's now bring it into the church. Imagine she was singing those songs in the church. You understand the kind of influence she would have done. You understand the kind of person she would have been if she had just kept her worship life intact. She had kept her communication with God intact. It's in the place of her communication with God that I feel she missed it, because she did not communicate on particular things about her life with God, and I'm so sure that God would have warned her. God would have warned her, because that she went into the world was by virtue of her husband, the person she got married to. out when she went into the world. It was that person that dragged her from gospel to secular. Now imagine she had remained in the church. It would have been a great thing. Christians, or as worshippers, as I said the other time, we're supposed to influence the world with our actions. As an exemplary life, it is part of what we use to influence the world. And also, as a worshipper, how do I put it now? Always be consistent, be practicing, keep practicing as a worshipper. Always keep practicing, even in your closet, always keep practicing. It's not until when you go for rehearsal. Always keep practicing in your closet. There are times I worship in my room. I worship in my room because I'm worshiping to God or I am communicating with God. But when I make it consistent, I keep doing it consistently. If I want to worship outside, it's not going to be a problem. It's not going to be, because I'm already used to it. I'm already used to worshiping in a confined space. So, in fact, whenever I'm worshiping in church, a lot of times I don't see anybody. If anybody has noticed, those of us that are in GT, whenever I'm worshiping or I'm leading worship, I don't restrain myself. I don't try to just stay in one position or just try to.
Yes.
That's because in my mind's eye, I'm not in church. I'm in my room. So it is Ishe of my room, the practice of my room. I help you portray on stage because besides the fact that you outside. That's how you're supposed to be. You're supposed to be consistent with it. Your consistency is what will build you and help you in outside church. Have we learned anything?
Yes.
Have we learned anything?
Yes.
Have we learned anything? Anybody has any question? That raising of hand was so sharp.
I had the question since I know what to be.
Oh, okay, hold on. Aside you, any other person has any question?
Okay, you talked about us knowing what works for us. What works for us. So how do we actually know? Because I've tried to know what, maybe it's cold water or whatever. I don't seem to get it. Like, how are you going to know? Like, what's the process?
Okay, so I know you very well. You're a very good singer. Now, whenever you sing, whenever you come up stage, even if you don't come up stage, you sing. Whenever you want to sing and you see that your voice is not up to standard, what do you?
It's probably stressed. I don't know. Maybe I've shouted something. That's the only thing I can say. I really don't. What do I do?
Now, let me give you, and you realize that, okay, I'm talking professionally now, and you realize that my voice is not sounding properly, or my voice is sounding in one way or the other. Always take notes, take an inventory of all the things that you've done from the beginning of that particular day up to the point where you are singing. It will help you to know, so that next time you want to sing, you now start doing actually what I call trial and error. So let me give you an example. I come up stage today. If I give you the example, one thing you should know is, as I said the other time, singing or knowing what works for you doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen in a year. It doesn't happen in 3 years. It doesn't happen in 5 years. Even myself, I'm still learning what works for me. I'm also learning what works for me. Recently, I just learned that no matter how much I sing, even if I'm inverting means swapping parts for those of us that are music people. Even if I'm inverting, I should not sing so high. No, I just learned that this year. Still maintain your normal voice. I'll maintain my normal voice. If you like, modulate. Okay, let me use the one that is easier for you. Modulation. If you like, modulate from today to next year. I'll still keep using. I won't even shout. I'll just continue using my voice. I'll continue using my voice. It helps me so that I will not lose my voice. With that, I have found out that kills my voice. Right? So I will try to avoid it. You now, you see that you ate something this morning. You have eaten only breakfast. Now, what were the components of that breakfast? Next time you want to sing, try to avoid, maybe, let's imagine, you ate bread and butter in the morning, and then your voice now suddenly becomes, you want to sing, and then your voice is hoarse or your voice is wrong. You understand what I mean by your voice is wrong? Your voice is wrong. At that point in time, first check, after you finish singing, not on stage. After you finish singing, check, is this the first time I'm eating bread and butter before singing? If that is the first time you're eating bread and butter, next time you want to sing and you have to eat bread and butter, try to remove the butter. Eat only bread. If the result is still the same, next time, remove the bread. You can eat butter and another thing. If you're someone like me, I can eat butter and yam.
Yeah.
So it's by trial and error. It's not a quick way to know what works for you. It's not a fast lane to know what works for you. It takes a slow process. The person I told you that his own is oil. It took about 4 years before he knew that oil was the problem. Before he knew that oil was his problem. And also, it took a long time before she knew that soft drink is the problem. Different things, different people, different times. Just find out what is peculiar to you. Any other question? But also about worshiping itself. You have to keep worshiping in your closet. You have to keep worshiping. You don't confine worship to just being in the open space, being where everybody is. No. That's not where worship really is. Worship in your own confined space. Okay? It helps you. There's no way, if you are able to worship in your confined space, there's no way you will not be able to worship in public. Yes, let me put it that way. And funny enough, that particular thing, I learned it from, how many of you know Project Faith? Don't tell me that no Project Faith here. I'm amazing. Most times I watch all these shows for the professional part of it also. Now, I learned it from Nigerian Idol to continue practicing. There was a guy that came up stage and he didn't sing very well, and his trainer was asking him in front of everybody, live show, now why are you not singing well today? What's the problem? That you are always an awesome singer in your closet. What do I mean by his closet? In his bathroom. He's very, very awesome in singing. And he said if they will allow him to bring his bathroom to the stage, he will do the same thing. And his trainer, they were conversing on live show, and his trainer told him that it is not until you bring bathroom actually to the stage, just feel as if you are, picture yourself in the bathroom and do what you will normally do in the bathroom, and you won't believe it, the next time this guy actually came, he was closing his eyes all through, even though that one, you can't sing like that. Your own exaggeration is too much, but he was closing his eyes, and the way I would normally act in my bathroom, the way I was singing in my bathroom, like, no, I'm doing one big concert. That was the way he did, and he moved to the next round. That's why practice, even in your closet, will actually help for you to be better. Any other person has any question? It's only the two of them that last question. All of you will ask me questions. Oh yeah!
I believe that we gained a lot and we've learned something new, okay? And if you've enjoyed watching this video, please like this video, share with your friends, and also subscribe to our channel to help us grow. You never can tell who will find this highly useful, who will find this beneficial, and who will actually grow just by listening to all of this. Thank you so much for your time. This is Chizo Adisa, the director of Peculiar Heritage Foundation.